Good day, guys, and welcome to my channel. This is the best fashion tutorials, and today I'll be teaching you how to take a measurement. So I'll be making use of Mr. Prosper today for this video. So first of all, you'll be starting our measurement from the shoulder. So you turn your back. Turn. So if you're taking your shoulder measurement, you start from this edge to this edge. Most times, if the customer is wearing a cloth, you observe if the shoulders are properly positioned. You can just use the shoulder of the cloth to measure it. So after that, the next step, turn. The next step is the chest. Take the chest measurement like this. Make sure you're measuring this upper part of the chest, not the lower part. So you must make sure there's a little gap on the cloth like this. So for Prosper here, I think 40.5 will be good for him. And make sure it's free down. Because of those that have tummy, you have to make sure it's free downwards. Then the next measurement to take is your neck measurement. The neck measurement, you take it this way. Make sure it's a bit free. This is a tight cloth. So for this, I'll be using 17.5. But if somebody who is wearing polo or anything moderate, you also see that the neck will be something similar to this. So what I'm trying to say is that you measure the lower part of the neck, not the upper. Don't make the mistake of measuring here, because here is not where the clothes will be staying. The clothes will be staying down here. So after that, take our sleeve measurement. So for the sleeve now, it is a long sleeve. You take it down here. Are you getting it? To the below the bone here. So this is where our sleeve will be. For this, it will be 23.5 for him. If it's a short sleeve, we'll be stopping it here at about 10 inches or 9.5, depending on how the customer wants it. And make sure you always communicate with your customer when you're taking measurements. So now the bicep, you measure it here. The biggest part of the muscle is your bicep. Fold your hands. Good. You make sure the customer folds his or her hands so that you get the proper size of the bicep. So right now, for the length of the shirt, take it from here down. If it's a native, it must stop after the trouser zip flap. So something here is okay, or depending on how the person wants it, you can make it lower. So that is it. So the same thing that applies to the short sleeve also applies to the three-quarter. If it's a three-quarter sleeve, you measure the length and then the bicep of this three-quarter. So now we are measuring the trouser now. For the trouser, you measure above the belt level. Don't measure on the person's belt, because if you measure on the belt, you're not getting the real waist. So if the person's belt is here, you measure above the belt and get it, the measurement. So for this, the measurement is 32. You make sure it's tight, not too tight, but it should be tight on the skin, so that the person can wear the trouser without the belt. So right now, to get the length of the trouser, you start exactly from where the trouser starts downwards. You have to make sure you are communicating with your customer at every step. If the person wants the trouser to be like a jump up, like for this, for Mr. Prosper's own, if it's a jump up, we'll be using 37.5 if he wants a jump up. But for a proper trouser, I think his length should be 39.5, which is this. So that is it for the length. Now we'll be measuring the lap. So to get the lap of the trouser, you measure the topmost part of the leg. So at this point, you have 24 as the lap. You measure the knee also. The knee will have 17 inches. 17 inches is proper for him, because I think it will be a fitted trouser. And then beneath here, always ask your customers question when you get to this point. if they want it big or small, or if they have the trouser that they are wearing, you can actually ask them if they want it exactly like this. So when you communicate with your customer, then you know what to measure. If you said you want it exactly like this, then you take the measurement. Like this one here is 15, but I think for a fitted uh, for a fitted trouser, customer would like something like 13 and a half or 13 for a straight down. So that is it basically about the measurements. So thank you guys. See you in the next video.